Welcome back friends. In the previous videos I discussed about the fundamental theory of arithmetic and also proved Euler's theorem for infinite number of primes. In this series of videos I'll discuss the theory of congruence. So let's start with the definition. Let n be a fixed positive integer. Two integers a and b are said to be congruent modulo n if a minus b is divisible by n. Okay? And it is written by a congruent to b mod n. This notation we said this as a is congruent to b mod n, okay, or modulo n. So what does it means? It means if we take two numbers, say a and b, and if we subtract them, we get a minus b, and if this a minus b is divisible by n, then we can say that a is congruent to n. A is congruent to b mod n. If this is divisible by, if this divisible by n, then we can say that a is congruent to b mod n. Okay. Now let's see example. Note that we are talking only about positive and negative integers, not any other rational numbers. So for the first example, we take two numbers as 3 and 24 and take n as 7. Now what we do, we divide them. So subtracting 24 by 3 we get 21, and we can divide 21 by 7. So 3 is congruent to 24 mod 7. Okay, let's take another example. Let's take a and b as, let's take a as minus 31 and b as 11. So for here, just subtract them. Let's subtract this time minus 31 minus 11, and the value is minus 42, and we can divide minus 42 by 7. So minus 31 is congruent to 11 mod 7. Okay, but let's say if we take n as 5, then 5 doesn't divide 42, so 31 is not congruent to 11 mod 5. Okay, also here 3 doesn't congruent to 24 mod 5 because 5 don't divide 21. But if we take 3, then 3 congruent to 24 mod 3. Okay, the number which you write after the mod must divide the difference between these two numbers. Okay, now let's prove a basic theorem about congruence. So the theorem states that for any integers a and b, a congruent to b mod m, we can say a congruent to b mod m if and only if a and b leave the same remainder when we divide by m, when we divide both of them by m. Okay, so let's explain this by example. Now let's say, so we can say this, if both 15 and if we divide 15 and 64 by 7, we get the same remainder. So when we divide 15 by 7, we get 1 as remainder, because we know that 15 equals to 2 multiplies 7 plus 1. Again, if we divide 64 by 7, what we will get? We get we also get 1 as remainder. Why? Because we can write 64 as 9 into 7 plus 1. Okay, so you can see that in congruence modulo we didn't care about the quotient, we only care about the remainder. Okay, now let's prove this theorem. So as I told you before that in congruence modulo we only cares about the remainder. So for proof, let R be the remainder when A is divided by M. Okay, the theorem has if and only if case. So what we do is we take A congruent to B mod M and we assume the remainder of A when R, and we will prove that R is the remainder when we divide B by M. Okay, so for this, then there exist some integers Q such that we can write A equals to Qm plus R by division algorithm, where R goes to 0, R goes from 0 to M, 0 less equals to R less than M. Also A congruent to B mod M. So by the definition of congruence modulo, we can say that A minus B divisible by M, or we can write A minus B as some integer into M. K belongs to some integer. Okay, so we can write B as A minus Km. Okay, also if we see above, we write A as Qm plus R minus Km. Okay, so it would become Q minus K whole M plus R. Okay, and also Q minus K is an integer. So you can see that this is an integer, this is M, by what we are dividing B, and this is R, and R goes from 0 to M. So what happens if we divide this B by M? If we divide this by M, if we divide Q minus Km plus R by M, which is B, by M, then M cancels, it would become Q minus K plus R by M. This R is the remainder, and this is all we need for congruence. So this shows that B leaves the same remainder R when divided by M. So the necessary part is complete. Now let's focus on the sufficient part. For the sufficient part, we take R as the remainder of A and B when they are divided by M, and from it we have to prove that A is congruent to B mod M. Okay, so conversely, let R be the same remainder when A and B both are divided by M. Then we can say that there exist integers Q1 and Q2 such that A equals to MQ1 plus the remainder and B equals to MQ2 plus the remainder. Why? Because we are dividing A and B with M. And why you can write this? We can write this because of the division algorithm. Okay. Also 0 less equals to r less than m. Now to prove that a congruent to b mod m, what we do here, we subtract a from b. So now a minus b would become, what is a? A is m q1 plus r and b is m q2 plus r. So r will cancel each other and it would become q1 minus q2 into m. So what we see that this is the integer, this is also an integer. So what is happening here? An integer I equals to another integer j into another integer m. So by division algorithm we can say that m divides I, and when m divides I we get the quotient j. Okay, when m divides I we get the quotient as j and remainder as 0 because it is fully divisible by m. So m divides a minus b, and by the definition of congruence modulo we can say that a is congruent to b mod m. Hence the theorem is proved. So thank you friends for watching this video. If you like this, please hit the thumbs up button and please do subscribe to see more contents like this.